Being raised Catholic, I'm big on holy trinities. Now, in the computer world, the holy trinity is web browser, email, digital photography, at least when it comes to personal use of technology. Most home computer users probably spend over 80% of their time in those three applications. Windows Live Photo Gallery is next on our list of Windows Live applications that we're going to get up close and personal with. It's an extension of Windows Photo Gallery, and once you start using it, your digital photography world is never going to be quite the same again. Windows Live Photo Gallery is all about how we use photos, not just about storing and editing them. It's not just a catalog or a warehousing application. The idea is to store them, fix them, find them, and then share them. So let's have a look. Down here in the Start menu, I'm going to type in a search for Dragon Lake Photos because I've tagged a whole bunch of photos for Dragon Lake. And we can see here all my files that are relating to the word dragon are listed. Now, it doesn't matter that I haven't named the photos Dragon Lake. I've tagged them, and we've shown you tagging in the past that they were taken at Dragon Lake. So we can see here in the operating system, I can find access to all of my files. This system-wide integration allows other applications to also find the files that are in Windows Live Photo Gallery. So it gives us full integration, say, with the email software. Let's jump into the photo gallery itself and take a look. On the left-hand side is our catalog of all of our pictures. Down the center are thumbnails of the photos themselves. And on the right-hand side is all the information about the photos. Along the top, as you'd expect, are our menus for doing things like controlling the files, fixing the photos, getting information, printing, publishing them, sending them to email. We can also make them into DVDs or CDs. And we can also open any graphic that we have in another application if we have it installed on our computer. So if I had Photoshop installed here and I wanted to open and edit a photo in Photoshop, I could do it straight from this menu as well. Now, tagging is a very important part of the process because as you gain pictures, I've got a couple of thousand pictures on here. Being able to find your pictures later, the only way that you're going to be able to do it is by rating them and tagging them. So if I go through and I say, take this photo here of me on the Bow River, you can see that I've added tags of fishing and Steve. Now, if I wanted to add another tag saying that I was on the Bow River, I could type in Bow River right now, and I've created a whole new tag to help me search later on when I'm looking for different photographs. And all the other pictures I've taken on the Bow River, like this one right here, I can then add that tag just by choosing Bow River again. Once I've added tags, I then have all of the structure I need to be able to find the pictures at any time in the future. Now, next up, I want to show you how to fix pictures. Now, this isn't really all about really dramatic editing of pictures, but more fixing common problems that you find with photos. So here's a common problem that we had with a digital photo where it's a little bit underexposed. The background is too bright, so I'm dark in the foreground. If I choose to fix this photo, I can go into the auto adjust, and look how fast it runs. Isn't that amazing? And automatically, it brings it up to a pretty good level, and I can actually tweak it a little bit more if I want it just a little bit brighter to make it that much better. And now I have a photo that's going to work for me. Next up, I want to show you how Photo Gallery integrates with Windows Live Spaces. Now, Windows Live Spaces is a social networking site where I can post photographs of myself and blogs and that sort of stuff. But one of the great things we can do is post lots of photos so people can come and see them. Now, when you want to share photos, emailing photos to friends and family is one good way to share them. But an even better way is to publish them on the internet so lots of people can come and visit without having to have it downloaded into their email software. So you can see I've put a whole bunch of pictures of the caribou up here already that my friends and family can take a look at. If we go back into Windows Live Photo Gallery and let's post some of those Dragon Lake pictures. I'm going to choose Dragon Lake again. And here I've got a whole series of photos that I took at Dragon Lake. I'm going to choose 3 or 4 of those photos and I'm going to post them up to Windows Live Spaces just by going into Publish and choose Publish on Windows Live Spaces. And watch what happens. When I click that, automatically it takes my information, allows me to sign in, and it takes all of my photos and publishes them up in the same album name as they're living in down in my computer, and it uploads those photos really quickly so it's available to me in Windows Live Spaces. We can view the album, and we're brought into Windows Live Spaces, and there's my photo album up there so that my friends can see. That's on the internet now, not residing locally on my computer here. Isn't that great? Next thing I want to show you is creating panoramas. Now, I'm going to stay in the same photo gallery because here, when I was fishing at Dragon Lake, there was this one bay we were in. There was all these boats spread out right across the whole bay. And I took a panorama, but I didn't have a tripod or anything. I just took pictures like that. And here we have that series of photos. I can select all those photos, go into my tools and choose Make a panorama photo. And they've got enough intelligence built into the software that I've already pre-done it for you so you can see. But it does a great job. Even though I wasn't really in good shape as far as holding the camera super steady, it did a fantastic job of logically stitching it together so you can see the entire panorama. Look at all those boats. There was actually more fish than there was boats. Everybody was catching fish that day. That's why we were all in the same lake. Windows Live Photo Gallery is going to become your partner for everything photo related on your computer. If you invest a little bit of time tagging and rating your photos, you're going to be able to enjoy and share your pictures like never before. Then you can edit, back up, and share your pictures all in an interface that dovetails nicely with your email and web software. The integration of Windows Live is a big step forward. We could do most of this stuff before, but we needed multiple applications that we had to cobble together ourselves. Windows Live, it's all about integration, and that's perhaps best showcased by this trifecta that we looked at of photo, gallery, mail, and spaces. Once you try it, you're going to see it's almost a religious experience. You'll see the light. The best part, it's free, and you can get it yourself at get.live.com.